Having previously discussed how many of the deities that appear in Shinto and Japanese mythology were created by the Izanami and the Izanagi, it is another one of their many children that we'll be taking a look at today, Raijin, the god of thunder and lightning. Now, as his name would suggest, much of the bad weather in Japan is often attributed to Raijin, as it's believed he controlled thunder and lightning, with his brother Fujin controlling the wind. His name derives from the Japanese word Rai, meaning thunder, and Shin, meaning kami or god. So if you don't happen to be Japanese, and like me you've always wondered where the Pokemon Raichu got its name from, with Rai meaning thunder, and Chu meaning kiss or referring to the sound of a kiss, that would make its name Thunder Kiss in Japanese. And there we have today's useless and completely unrelated fact of the day. Now back to the actual video. In Japan, Raijin did go by several other names, including Raiden-sama, meaning Thunder and Lightning Master, Kaminari-sama, meaning Thunder Master, and Narukami, roughly translating to mean a deity of rolling thunder. The appearance of Raijin is one that many will be familiar with, as statues of him can be found all over Japan. He often appears as a red-skinned demonic spirit beating his drums, from which he creates thunder and lightning. Some aspects of his physical depictions do seem to change. Sometimes he appears as very muscular, and other times he appears as having a pot belly, but what doesn't seem to change is his menacing and slightly terrifying persona, which is not too different from the unpredictable and frightening nature of thunder and lightning. The drums of Raijin almost always seem to have a symbol drawn onto them, the Tomo symbol, which was quite common in Shinto culture, and was thought to have many meanings relating back to nature. In some parts of Japan he was referred to as Raiden, and he would often appear as a robed man in a straw hat, a very clear influence for the Mortal Kombat character of the same name. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Raijin was one of the many offspring of the Izanagi and the Izanami, but some believe that he wasn't born until after Izanami's death when she was sent to the underworld. He was also amongst the 8 spirits that pursued his father when he attempted to flee. Raijin and his brother Fujin were fairly respected deities, but with Japan being an island nation known for having a fair amount of storms and typhoons, they were also extremely feared. A story that I came across that attempts to explain some of the respect that the Japanese people felt towards the brother deities takes place in the years 1274 and 1281. When Kublai Khan and the Mongol Empire attempted to invade Japan, they were pushed back by typhoons and treacherous weather conditions. After 2 unsuccessful attempts to conquer Japan, the Mongols chose to cease their plans in ever invading Japan again. These storms were said to have manifested out of nowhere, and many saw them as miracles created by Raijin and his brother, who intervened, protecting Japan in its time of need. This may also be one of the reasons that we see statues of Raijin and Fujin outside the holy places and temples of Japan, acting as sworn protectors. Another weird and intriguing story that I came across portrays Raijin as a demon, but also a force of nature. There is an old wives' tale told to children by their mothers, warning them to cover their belly buttons during storms, or Raijin would kidnap them and devour their bellies. There are some similar tales that believe it was not Raijin who devoured the navels of children, but instead Raiju, a white and blue wolf covered in lightning that accompanies the Japanese god of thunder. The wolf is said to normally be quite calm, but during thunderstorms it's said to become very agitated and uncomfortable, and it finds comfort in sleeping inside a person's navel. It was then believed that Raijin would hurl bolts of lightning at the navel of the person that the wolf resides in, creating the superstition of sleeping on your belly during the winter. I hope you've enjoyed taking another look at one of the many iconic deities that features in Japanese and Shinto mythology. If you have any stories or thoughts on Raijin that you'd like to share with me, then please do so in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Fiction Explained.